and welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I will be reviewing the new Tarte Maracuja Juicy Glow Foundation. This costs 52 Canadian dollars for 30 ml, which is on the pricier side compared to other skin tints, but I'm not very surprised. Almost everything now is expensive: food, clothing, makeup. And so I am not surprised that the new foundations that I have been reviewing are almost always on the pricier side. Now, when it comes to claims, this skin tint claims to provide medium flexible coverage and a dewy radiant finish for a 16-hour soft focus glow. It is made of 91% naturally derived ingredients like hyaluronic acid, maracuja, and superfruits to drench skin in juicy hydration and help improve the look of bare skin. The encapsulated maracuja spears claims to create a natural dewiness so skin looks firmer, brighter, and smoother, while the antioxidant-rich illuminating flower extract claims to deliver a next-level glow and blurs the look of pores and fine lines. So this is available in 25 shades, and I got the shade 24 in light neutral, which is described to be for light skin with a balance of warm and cool undertones. So let's start with the try-on. I've already prepped my skin with this NYX Plump Bright Back Primer. I am going to use a brush on my right side and a sponge on my left side. Let's shake this very well first. I love the bamboo packaging here. It's just so cute. And I just love the colors. The purple and the golds. Squirt a little. Oh! You know what? It kind of reminds me of the e.l.f. Halo Glow. It looks like it has a glow to it. So let's start with that amount and spread it. And then let's blend it with a brush. It looks like a glow tint actually, but it has coverage. That's nice. It blends pretty easily on my face too. Let me add a little bit more for my forehead. It really reminds me of a glow tint. I can really compare it to the e.l.f. Halo Glow. And the swatch of my hand, it really looks like a glow tint. It doesn't have those specks of glitter. So I have this e.l.f. Halo Glow in number 4. So you can see that the e.l.f. Halo Glow looks more radiant, but they both have the same coverage and that reflective pigment. And because I only put half a pea size amount, it's really just a very light coverage. I can still see some redness peeking through. So on the other side, I think I need to put more. So I'm gonna do this much instead. And I'm going to use a sponge. The redness, yeah, I don't see the redness anymore. My face looks more even. I think I got a shade a little darker than my skin tone, but even though I picked a darker shade, it still worked out because it is a tinted moisturizer, so it doesn't really completely cover up my face. I can still see my skin underneath. Let me see if I just use my fingers to blend the foundation, if that would work better, because they said that this could give you a medium coverage, but right now, even though this side has more coverage, I won't consider it as a medium coverage. It's still looking like a light coverage. I can still see my veins, my blue veins, and you can still really see my skin underneath. I think that this can only give you light coverage. And I don't think I would consider this as a soft focus finish. I would consider this as a very glowy finish. And my face looks very glowy, not only on the high points, but all over. So that's how glowy it is. I'm not sure if this would work throughout the day with my oily skin, but I think I'm just gonna powder some of the areas that really need to be set with powder, like my T-zone. But let's start with putting on my concealer first. Okay, so let's start using my cream products. As usual, I'm going to use my Fenty Beauty Matchsticks in the shade Mocha. Yeah, the cream bronzer is really blending well on top of this foundation, and the foundation does not move while I'm blending my cream bronzer, so it's really good. So far as a base, it's really performing well. I'm gonna add a little concealer in the middle of my face just because I really think that I got a darker shade. So I just want to brighten the middle of my face. This foundation claims to blur out pores, but since this is very glowy and transparent, it didn't really blur out my pores so much. It's not clinging onto my pores, but since again it is very glowy, you can really see my pores. It looks a little bigger because of that radiance from this foundation. I'm gonna add my cream blush on the top of my cheeks. When it comes to powder, I'm just gonna powder in the center of my face because I still want to see how glowy it would look like throughout the day. So I'm just going to leave this part without powder, and I'm just very lightly putting powder on my face and not overdoing it. And powder blush. So now that I have put powder on, it's obviously less radiant. And when it comes to my pores, because I have put some concealer on the center of my face and also I have put powder, the pores are not too visible anymore. But with just the foundation itself, I can really see my pores. When it comes to coverage, it's still giving me light coverage. I can still see the veins on the side of my face, my hyperpigmentation, but overall, it evened out my skin tone. For me, this foundation by itself just looks like a glowy tint, but what I like about it is that it performs really well as a good base because my cream products really blended well on top without disturbing the foundation. Even for my powders, it doesn't look cakey on top of this foundation, even though it is very radiant and moisturizing. So I really like this foundation as a base so far. This does not claim to be transfer proof, but what I don't like about glowy foundations or glowy tints is that they're mostly prone to transfer. So let's see if this foundation transfers. It does. It does transfer. But let's see if it sets better after a few hours. I'm gonna check in with you guys as usual for a wearability test. But first, let's do the photography test to see what it looks like on photos with flash, non-flash, and natural light. So 4th hour check-in, this is how my face is looking like. So far, I'm really liking that it looks very natural on the skin. Not too radiant and glowy as before, which I like better. I think that without the powder, it was too much. But now that it's set, it's better. When it comes to my oil, I can see a little oil forming here, but I'm not sure if it's the oil or the radiance of the foundation. But the coverage is still there. There is no separation. The foundation is not caking nor separating. So far on the 4th hour, it just looks very natural on, which I really like. So this is the 8-hour update. The coverage is so much lighter on the 8-hour, but I was expecting this to happen for a skin tint. It faded gracefully though with no separation or cakiness, and the radiance is still there. I'm giving this Tarte Glow Skin Tint Foundation a 3.5 out of 5 stars. I find that this is more suitable to younger skin types with less problematic areas as it is very glowy and it can really highlight your texture. The shade range looks more like a bronzer, so if you want a shade to fit your actual skin tone, you need to get a lighter shade. I personally would have to pass with this skin tint because I have oily and textured skin, but I think this skin tint is amazing for people looking for an everyday light coverage, radiant skin tint with clean skincare ingredients. So that ends my review on this new Tarte Maracuja Glow Skin Tint. I hope that you find this video helpful. And if you did, please don't forget to like this video. Please don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you'll always be updated once a new video is out. Thank you so much again, dolls, for watching. I'll see you on my next one.